I saw actually Belly, City Fidelia had that new song come out with
Yeah,
Drum or Shelly.
shout out to
You
City
know
Fidelia.
that's a big moment for
That's a
sure.
heavy one.
But
Yeah,
Belly kind of just said he was like Ottawa's one of the hardest cities, if not the hardest city to come out of.
facts, facts, 110, 150%. Like Ottawa's. It's not even from the Ottawa scene. It's the fact that there's no media outlets that promote the actual music over here as heavy as you would expect.
Yeah,
There is no serious investment into the music scene here, whereas you would get, for example, in like a New York or Toronto or you know what
yeah,
I mean, like outside outskirts. It's just there's not a big push towards getting artists out of Ottawa.
yeah. And unfortunately, I think when it comes to sports, the NFL is so good at marketing because they market their players and they put
Of
their
course.
players who are the stars on the map. And
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, even as much as an Ottawa company or a media outlet might try in Ottawa to put people on,
Yep.
there's only so much focus you can put on one artist at once. And so, with so many talents coming out of the city and so many different voices to be heard, it's kind of hard to encapsulate the whole city and get everyone in, you know?
Well, I mean, in that sense, yes, but I mean, it's weird. Like I was watching all the performances that were popping off this summer, left and right, and surprisingly, none of them had anything to do with radio stations. For example, you had the event that I performed at. You had the Roadrunner.
Yep.
Shout out to Cap City. You had the you had a few shows that popped off right now, and no radio involvement at all. Like when I say no radio involvement, I mean no promotional ads from the radio. There was no um, investment financially towards the events from the radio stations.
Yeah.
Whereas in, for example, maybe bringing the own artists, or I mean, God knows, I don't know how the Blues Fest was run, but I mean, I'm pretty sure there might have been a radio involvement for sure,
Yeah.
but not to the extent that it should be. They should have a higher presence
Yeah.
when it
Most
comes to
definitely.
promoting the artists in Ottawa.
And what do you kind of think the problem is? Is just there's not really a lot of hip hop radio in Ottawa, or is it that
I
it's
would
kind of
say
whitewashed?
no. I would say hip hop radio, and I would say budget. I would say budgeting towards bringing premier artists, like artists coming up at the moment. Budgets towards bringing them are not accommodated due to the fear of no recompensation for it, which I get it. But you don't get no W's without L's.
Yeah, most definitely.
And I mean, it happens, especially in this business,
Yeah,
music, period. So if they had more of that going on, I mean, maybe. I mean, who am I to say, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Whoever gets artists here, they're doing their job.
yeah,
Whoever is able to bring any artist to Ottawa, because Ottawa is not on a high scale like it should be.
yeah,
It's not like it's the capital, but it's not really known.
yeah.
It's an unknown capital.
I mean, if you ask most Americans, they think the capital is Toronto.
Yeah, no, that's not just Americans. It's worldwide. I mean,
Yeah,
like
sure.
it's the same scenario. Like if I told you right now in UAE, do you know what UAE is? UAE is the
Middle East.
yeah, Middle East, but it's the country in which, like, in where Dubai is located.
Ah,
But yet Dubai is not the actual capital.
mm-hmm.
Sort of like the Toronto thing. Toronto's the biggest
Yeah.
city in Canada, but it's not the capital. So I just think they don't have it to be blown up like that. They
Yeah.
haven't reached that high scale.
And unfortunately, we've heard it like a million times, but about it kind of being a government city, and that's kind of subduing the culture and subduing the entertainment out here and the budget
Um,
into the entertainment.
I agree.
The
I
fear of
agree.
marketing some
I
people.
agree. I agree. I agree. But in a sense as well, it doesn't mean there should be a blockade towards artists promoting themselves within the city. Like, for example, we don't have, hypothetically, like you see on Eaton Street,
Yeah,
you see how they got the big sign where City Fidelia got us, you know what I mean? Respect, shout out to City Fidelia again. Like, we don't have that over here, downtown. We don't have sort of a musical aspiration over here or something like big over here. Say, you know what, we're with it. You know, we'll post the up and coming artists or whoever is out here. Like, it's not to that extent that it should be.
Yeah, most definitely. And hopefully with obviously with technology advancing and just social media being so much easier to market yourself.
Yep.
And hopefully, there'll be other voices that will allow Ottawa artists to get a bigger platform.
Well,
That's the goal.
it is
Sure.
happening. It is happening. I mean,
Yeah.
you can see like there's a few people out there that already, they made that noise. I mean, like for example, like I said earlier, I mean, Belly was able to get out of here and do
Yeah.
that. I mean, he's not the only one. I mean, it is your talent, including your dedication.